AirGrave.
What's up, guys? It's the Game Bro coming back to you after a little time off. My girl took a little 2-week vacation and told me to enjoy myself, so I did. Unfortunately, all I heard from that was 2 weeks and cheat on me. Today we are looking at another shooter on the PlayStation, but unlike all the bar strains I racked up in the last 2 weeks, this is one to remember. It's fucking AirGrave. Last month we looked at Stahlfeder, a Japanese-only German-influenced shooter from the summer girls at Santos. There's nothing like a good summer fling, too, getting away from your boring everyday life, commitments, priorities, and responsibilities, just to introduce a wannabe OnlyFans influencer to the Four Finger Club. Santos, headed by Takeshi Tozu, who had come a long way since his Orca Corp days, or really since the first death of Santos in '91. Interesting side here, it was said that Santos was absorbed by Sega as Megasoft, but as it was claimed, Santos went bankrupt. Megasoft, headed now by former Data East Takanori Kanayusu, was a new company entirely, and fun fact, was located in the same building as an up-and-coming Treasure. So, meanwhile, Tozu formed Santos again, with some old staff, and would only see 3 games published with their name on the cover: Stahlfeder, Tripuz, and today's peach, AirGrave. Now that we've established Tozu is no Trip Hawkins, let's pull the top down off this 24-year-old and choke her with it.
It would have been way cooler if they used one to take out both towers. AirGrave.
Developed and published in-house, literally probably in a house at Santos or Tozu's mom's basement, AirGrave was released on Black Friday in 1996 when it was still legal to wear cleats at Walmart. Second shooter and second of 3 releases exclusive to the PS1, it was released only 10 months after Stahlfeder, which makes it shocking how much further AirGrave went from the first in a short period of time with limited resources. AirGrave is a vertical scrolling single-player shoot-'em-up that never saw arcades or later releases to online stores and remains one of the rarest and most obscure titles for the PlayStation. Santos really refines the simplicities of Stahlfeder, adding more detail in visual departments, some new features in the weaponry, but still has that same base mechanics that make the German-themed one Verdammt toll. That was my German impression. AirGrave also adds a little more difficulty and now features 8 stages and some voiceover and cutscenes that I'm sure has something to do with the plot. Which again, I can't find anything on, so in place here's Randy again with a small excerpt from a romantic novel. Take it away, Savage.
Yeah, the sudden, delicious sense that Jonathan is hers for now. Entirely and completely hers, yeah. Fills her with as much force and speed as his hard cock, yeah. As his thrusts gain a steady tempo, she brings her hands to his pecs, yeah. His nipples, yeah. Down his abs, clamping her legs around his waist, driving him further into her until their sweat-slicked bodies are sliding together, yeah. And he's whispering in her ear, I never knew you were such a dirty girl, Emily Blaine. Ooh, yeah!
Stunning, Randy. Let's check out some more in-depth features of what makes AirGrave so badass. The gameplay is very reminiscent of Stahlfeder, but adds a new ripple with its targeting system used for taking out the ground-based enemies, and instead of a bomb attack, you have an overdrive attack that acts in a similar fashion to R. Kelly aiming down a 15-year-old after killing a 30-pack of water. Weapons and power-ups for air and ground attacks can be powered up to a level of 5, and drop if the player dies. Speaking of, again like Stahlfeder, you get a life bar instead of a set amount of lives, and depending on which difficulty ranging 1 to 5, will determine how many continues you get. Blue pickups, however, can boost a life bar back up or give you a score bonus. The ships on offer here are more refined as well and have 4 to pick from with different characters, attributes, and attacks that give more replay value and I'm sure influence the story as well. The enemies are a little more diverse in AirGrave and definitely fill the screen more than its lesser experienced sister. At the beginning of each stage in the mission briefing, you're given certain enemy targets that will reward you with medals to be collected for point bonuses as well as stage end bonuses or point retractions. The end bosses are introduced almost in a cutscene style, I'm sure to give time to load up the impending boss battles, and appear in 3D polygons with many destroyable attachments. As you progress through the levels, each boss offers you a new attack style or challenge, like dealing with your girlfriend, wife, and side piece, all having different period cycles. The level design too changes it up enough to keep you chubbed even after finishing in your English professor to pass the once-a-week class and earn that extra credit to get the B+. Yeah, I'm talking about you, Rozalski. Progressing through the stages offers a variety of different backdrops, and for the early release on the PlayStation really shows off what the system is capable of, exhibiting only a little bit of slowdown at times when the screen gets filled more than a KU girl at Cupid's. The visuals step it up a bit. Most of the BS stuff is 2D sprite-based snakes and sparklers, while the good stuff is saved for the bosses with the oversized Hulk and 3D effects filling up the screen and entertain you as much as the thought of Kid Rock reading that letter from Brittany Daniel and you're like, is he acting that good or seriously struggling to read as good as the 4th grade kid of the mom you're spin stuffing for the last 3 years? If you're good, AirGrave takes a little under an hour to knock out, and with an adjustable difficulty has a bit to offer for any fan of the genre. Regardless of the setting, as you progress through, it ramps up and requires some memorization of the patterns if you want that 1cc action. The soundtrack is incredible and keeps you in the action, giving off vibes from the Dreamcast but 4 years earlier. Way advanced for its time, It sounds similar to Border Down, but at times the quality or mixing just sound a little bit off, but forgivable for such a small group of people. AirGrave really blew me away and vaults up into at least my top 10, maybe even top 5 shmups right now. And just, I can't think what if Santos made another STG for the next-gen consoles like the PS2 or Xbox. As a collector, this is a cornerstone, a pillar of my collection. I can't tell you how excited I am to have acquired this and have it in my hands. The cover art looks incredible, even better than Stahlfeder, and other than a once-in-a-lifetime Gaia Seed, set the tone for a PS1 shmup collection that really lacks only harmful park, and trust me, that's in the future. But AirGrave does what so many shmups don't, simplistic refinement. And you'll need to refine your budget too to afford AirGrave, coming in at ready for it, $400. Yeah, $400 fucking dollars, but so worth it if you care about STGs, not STDs, which you're already infinitely familiar with. If Stahlfeder was the easy to get, be happy to do anything to you, walk all over her, be cool with you, cheat and let her dog die kind of girl, AirGrave is exactly the fucking same. Only hotter and dirtier, which you love. Difference here is you wind up slamming AirGrave more than your side piece, but with none of the commitment like there used to be, and that's the best part. You don't need to be committed to play AirGrave, just make the call, give it your all. AirGrave is a hidden, no, overlooked gem that has everything to offer and no repercussions of you giving into your inhibitions. In gaming, a pick up and play is the equivalent of a booty call or a one-night stand, and Santos has yet again given us the well that we will always come back to. Some say third time's a charm, but when you're shooting blanks, each time you finish inside a girl, gives her that same feeling of what it's like to be Casey Anthony. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching, hope you liked the vid. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Casey Anthony, if you're out there, if you're able to see this, watching, you know, hit me up. Let's see if we can fill out that punch card together. Until next Tuesday, I've been the Game Bro. Have a good week, everybody.
Just make the call, give it your all.